Oh, slaughterhouses, right. That's another one of those ones that's probably going to be Mark IIs. Slaughterhouses are right here. I have 10! Alright, give me a few more slaughterhouses, please. Unfortunately, this is Circuit 2s. You can also get yourself one of these. In fact, I might, at some point, just have all of the buildings be ultra-fast inserters. Wait, what? When did that change? Like, okay. When did that become tinned cable versus copper cable? I don't know. It's apparently tinned cable now for Faugi Plantation 1s. So yeah, I need some space in this inventory. I don't know about you, but I notice I need some space for things. Spore collectors. I haven't even started making Mark IIs yet of these, but yeah, I've got plenty of those. Seaweed. I should have the seaweed. Those are moving. Yeah, I have the seaweed. I should have Mark II Faugi. Plenty. Yeah, I should have all of these. If not already made, then currently being made. I absolutely have the Mark II mushrooms. 1,278 augs, though. It's a few. But I do have uncaged augs. That is one of the few things that I know that I absolutely have right here. This is 250, though. So I need a few more. That would be 1,000. Without this line. So the that's actually a little bit more than what an entire thingy holds. There you go. Now you can hold plenty over time. Just as long as you know, actually get caged dogs. That's the other problem here that we're trying to solve is, yeah, just having enough caged augs. Because it looks like I've got plenty of stuff except for the guts and bones. The bones are consistently being used. Interesting. Very interesting. I think I'm gonna have to cut something off here. I shouldn't be doing guts out of augs anyway. Like, I shouldn't be doing a lot of things out of augs anyway, but that is how I'm doing it right now on the mall. So the whole point of all this is to make this not a thing anymore. So the whole point of doing this is so that I don't have this rendering happening in my mall. Ugh. So yeah, let me see. I will grab all of this. 444. Good number. Gives me a few more modules that I need. A few more. Not a ton more, just a few more. Yeah, and we can see this is the monstrosity this is the monstrosity right here of doing separation for the stupidity of the moss. And this isn't even the best moss recipe that I have access to either for this. By the way, I have this setup here that is completely blueprintable that I can just, like, modify and not have to worry about extra BS. The thing is, it does not include this, the plastic and the mushrooms. It includes everything but the plastic and the mushrooms. And I wouldn't want to have it built like this in this exact orientation anyway, I think. Because I need bigger scale for what I'm about to build. But, I mean, effectively, what even would be 40? So, you know, just that times 6, 5, 6-ish, and we'll have about the output that I'm looking for. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna exactly use that. What I do need to do, though, is somehow make sure that I do at least get some put onto my network here. Just you know, half of my production. We'll just ignore the, I'm gonna prioritize right there, rather than send anything into the brains. We've got brains to last a little while. The brains will last some time. Okay. Let us begin with this whole process here. Step 1 is discovering a location big enough for this. Probably here. Probably this block of space right here will be where we begin to build this factory. Just right in here. And it's conveniently close to the mall as well, which is why I want to put it there. And then what step will we begin with? That's always a good question. Where do we start with any of this? Well, the food, obviously, needs to happen before the actual 200 plus augs. This will be at the very end. I need to think about the locations of moss and sap as well. And I need to think about the train station. So, train station, if I need to make a note. Just bring up something on the side. Notepad. ++. So, train station, what do we need? We need bedding. That is 1. We need cages. Net. Whatever, less than 1, but still, we need an input of cages here. And Moondrop. An input of Moondrop. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot about completely. We need to actually make seeds out of Moondrop for this. And it will loop back. We can actually just do, I think the matrix solver would solve for me for how much I need. 0.35 apparently to feed into that. How much did that change on numbers? I don't know. Anyway. Betting Cage's Moondrop. I think that's it. Is that it? Anything sticking out? Iron. Iron! The irony of 2 whole plates. I think I'm okay spending 2 whole plates to get the course fraction I need for this. I think I can manage. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I need a little bit extra biomass for the steam, but eh. I think I'm going to be overproducing the biomass anyway. A fair bit. Probably enough for that 31.25. That's just slightly over half of one boiler, by the way. One standard boiler feeding in biomass. I could feed in whatever I want, really, to make that steam. Oh, that steam, though, that's going to be a little bit more stuff. Okay. So, steam. It's convenient that it gives you a fuel. Can I configure this fuel? I can. Excellent. I can configure what this fuel is. So now it's going to tell me I need 1.41, and it's going to scale everything else to give me that 1.41 as well. Excellent. So now it's going to scale for the total between 695 and 141, or 8.36. Yay! To get all the steam I need. That's 4 boilers, by the way. See, Hellmod is useful when you actually know how to use it. The problem is, you know, learning how to actually use it. And even then, it can still be inconsistent at times. So, stuff. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Oh boy. Shall we begin with Moondrop? For methane. And, like, do the plastic as step 1. No, because the plastic's going to require sand from soil. And that sand is actually not used in anything else, so I guess I could. Sure. We'll go with that. I need fluid sap and plenty of DDCs. Do I even have Mark II DDCs? That's a good question. I do have Mark II DDCs. Let's do that and default the destructive distillation columns to Mark II. I don't think I have Mark II fluid seps. I think I have Mark II gasifiers. I do. I don't think I have the Mark II Moondrop or sand extractors. I'm gonna need a few more of those. Yeah, I haven't started making the Mark II sand extractors yet. Oh, I do have Mark II Moondrop. Hello. Well, that changes everything. Yeah, I only need 4. 4 whole moon drops. Yeah, this is fine. This is perfectly okay. First step will be soil into sand and tailings, and then sand into classifiers. So I have to grab a couple classifiers. I don't have the Mark IIs being made yet of those. Nor do I plan to, because I'm sort of in the middle of producing an ungodly amount of stuff of these. It's like I sort of need 200 plus of these. Here, have some have some things. Please make more. Why the hell are you consuming 15 each? Sheesh. 15 circuit dues each of those buildings for sap extractors. Like, wow. Wow. Of course, a lot of this complexity could be completely eliminated, by the way. Like, a lot of this stuff could be completely eliminated just by using Tholins. And I could just spend more power to do Tholins for both the benzene and the ethylene uh, steps in this plastic. I could do both of these things through Tholins instead. But I am saving power by doing more complex processes to do these. And I'll have some minimal amount of aromatics that I will do absolutely nothing with. So that is classifiers. I'm just looking at. I need to see the steps for this with their buildings. So classifiers, DDCs, Mark IIs. I need to actually grab those. I think. Yeah, that'd be nifty. If I actually grabbed my Mark II DDCs. Come on, autosave. There we go. DDC will make the plastic in the end. 5 of those. 3 fluid separators. Right there. A gasifier at Mark II. Which I have here. Washers that I have. Soil extractors that I have. Pressure pumps I have. And I think that part's fine. Moondrop. 4 Mark II Moondrop and a Botanical Nursery. I have the Botanical Nursery, I just need the Moondrop. 4 whole Mark II Moondrops. And a bunch of thingies, modules, but I'm going to... That's the beauty of this, is that I'm actually going to be importing the modules on the train station. Yeah, I'm going to need some of this stuff, but I'll worry about that later. We're going to build this piecemeal. Where is my vehicle? Always good question. Where is the crawdad? Crawdaddio. I usually park it like either here, 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 or here. And it is not in any of those places on this day. Do I make urea from fishies? Yes. Short answer, yes. They are... Where are the fishies? Fishies are... Bleh. Here. Fishies are here. There. Yeah. That. That, yeah. So, technically, technically, where is my car? O vehicle, wherefore art thou? There you are. There you are. By the way, we're making this entire time we're making Arthurians, caged Arthurians. Just, you know, as a by the way moment, we're slowly accumulating caged Arthurians by making eggs and then growing the eggs. They need meat. You know, just casually. They need meat as well. Hey, I wonder why we're making a meat farm factory. I wonder why we're making a meat factory right now. Huh. Gee, I wonder. This vehicle needs more stuff. It needs, like, a lot of stuff. How many units of rail are in you? Like, none! Oh, great. I need more rail. More rail is required. This is step one of any factory, by the way, that we set up, is, build the rails. My robots are going to be sending me rails, but I'm going to fill up whatever remaining inventory space I have with even more. And then shoving it all in the vehicle. And now they're gonna race to me to try to get to me. But my inventory's full. But they won't know that until they get to me, and then it'll give an error. It'll give a message saying, cannot insert rail. Player inventory full. Now they can. As soon as they catch up. Hello. Hello, my busy bees. Thank you for the units of rail. The few units of rail. There you go. Let's go! Well, the reason to use fish is that you can convert fish into blood, and then blood into urea, as well as use the wastewater. So there's two aspects that you have to add together when it comes to urea from fish to get an actual, like, if you're doing a dedicated factory for urea out of fish, you convert the fish into urea through both the wastewater product as well as the blood. You atomize the blood. I think that's the process, but the intentional route is definitely to use manure. And with recent changes in manure, probably better, but eh. The main issue with using manure to make urea is not the manure itself, it is the Zogna bacteria. That is the expensive cost of doing urea out of manure. So always keep in mind, come on, close all that. Keep in mind that Zogna is far from free. It is a lot of glass, in particular. Glass, iron, copper, mostly from the lamps that get required for that. Lamps and petri dishes and all the wonderful stuff. Wood. Lots of wood. To make the beautiful Zogna. And any time you can avoid having to spend Zogna is, generally speaking, going to be better for you in the end. Although, well, with fish is a lot of power. So you have to make the choice of either spending the power to do urea out of fish, or spending the resources of glass in particular, as well as iron and copper. I really don't want to build on this. No. No, not these. Please, no. I need these. I need these as they are. We'll build. We'll build here. I'd rather cover the phosphates than the coal. I'm not gonna do cover coal. I know I just spent all that time just removing a whole bunch of trees from existence, and I'm not even gonna build there. Hey, great. We're not even gonna build there. We are, though, going to put a train station right there. Let there be train station. I hope I have enough rail. I do. Good. Alright, and then, of course, add a couple more things. Let's see, how many more things do I need here? I think 3. 4. 4 inputs. Of course it's more than what I have on the doohickey. Anyway, there we go. Just get rid of all of the stuff here. I don't like it existing. Yes, names. You are officially the meat station 1. Meat depot 1. There we go. Yes, names. I know game names. There we go. So, here's the thing about that biomass from moss. So, you saw that I'm making biomass from creamy latex. Have I looked at moss? I haven't looked at anything other than creamy latex. I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't looked at anything else besides creamy latex for this. But the problem with moss is that I need moss. That this is all to get moss in the first place. Why would I do a process to get moss? Because, moss always, I think, uses the, what is it? It uses the CO2. Like, doesn't moss always use CO2? I'm pretty sure moss is big consumer CO2. Where are the moss recipes? Did I push the wrong button? I probably pushed the wrong button. Moss. Seriously? Moss. Here. Moss. CO2. 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 Guess how you get CO2? You get CO2 from biomass. Yes, you can make CO2 from biomass, and it is not still better. I don't know what you're trying to say. It's not better. I am very certain that it is not better, because I guarantee you're still, if you're looking at just water and carbon dioxide for this, no, it's not. Let me see. This is how much biomass do I need here? I need 836 to feed the amount of moss that I need through this recipe. And don't even start with trying to say to cycle this back, because that's going to just mean that I have to make even more coarse fraction and spend even more iron, as well as place even more buildings for limestone and have even more CO2 that is required in the end, because it just loops. You will need a lot more stuff, and I don't want to be spending even more iron on this. So it would not be from this recipe to make the actual biomass. It would be from this recipe to do the CO2 and water in the end, just to not have that. And I'm not going to spend stone on this. Why would I do that? And the recipe here from Moss is going to require a metric F ton of buildings. It's going to this is going to take a lot of buildings, a lot more than the buildings I need for this, for creamy latex. The building count is going to be so much higher. So much higher. Let's see. What is the output here that I need? 836. Okay, 836. Let's do this. Let's see this. So, we're gonna start with the biomass. Biomass. Okay. Through moss. Where is my image of moss? That is guar. Moss is somewhere. La di 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 da. Where is the moss? No, seriously, where's biomass from moss again in this list? There's seaweed. Alright, go very, very slowly. There it is. Moss. Alright, what was that number? 8.36? 8.36 on this? 8.36. Okay. I need 8.36, which means I need 5 extra moss farms with CO2, which of course would mean more than 836. So I need to do matrix solver on this. Could you please bring up that out of that? 7 moss farms with the high pressure furnace giving you extra stuff, consuming even more biomass. So we go from 836 that I need to 1125 doing the cycle. We need 7 and 2 and 1. So 7, 2, 1. Let us compare. Let us compare. So we need 7, 2, 1. All right. Looking back here. And that's 7, 2, 1 plus 16 here. So it's 7, and then you need another 16 on this. And you still need to make sure that you have the high pressure furnace, so it's likely going to be another +1 on this high pressure furnace. Maybe, maybe not. Depends. This is saying I don't know how much of the output that is using, but I would imagine I would need to add another. So this here, among all this, remember that I need limestone anyway. So we've got 2 washers. All right, we've got 3 composts to give 836. Just to compare. Wait, how is that even? All right, I guess it's just looking at speed. So 2 composts versus 3. All right, fine. And we've got 2 washers. Hey, two whole washers and a few Probably a few sap extractors. I don't know. I have to look at the sap extractors. I have to actually separate out entirely, don't I? The biomass 836. You can do CO biomass to CO2. You can do phytoplankton. Phytoplankton is another decent one. Of course, you have to get flue gas. I don't know what loop you're referring to, though.